Copy time 176. We're continuing to talk about responsible decision making. And I want to discuss the root of the problem this week. A lot of times we attack the problems in our lives in a very surface level way. We wind up treating the symptoms and not the disease. Meaning, whatever we're getting as an outcome, we try to address all those things. But it's sort of like, it always makes me think of the Hydra in Greek mythology. That was the beast that if you cut off one head of the Hydra, it multiplied. So you had to go for the heart of the thing, or in some cases you had to, in the Hercules myth, he would cut off the heads and cauterize the ends. So you have to find a way to make it so you can't get more problems coming back. You have to get to the heart of the issue. That's a difficult thing to do sometimes because what we see is the symptoms. We see the surface level stuff. But if we really want to make a change in our lives or in the lives of other people, we have to get to the heart of the thing. We have to get to what is really going on. I think of that in education all the time. And when I have discussions sometimes with other people, when we maybe consider a student or an athlete that doesn't seem to be getting it or is making some decisions that might be counterproductive, that might not be in the best interest for what they want to accomplish, we have to ask ourselves why. And not just at a surface level. It's very easy to yell at a student who's seemingly not paying attention or not doing the work that they're supposed to be doing. It's difficult to ask why that student is behaving that way. Sometimes it comes down to attention-seeking behaviors. It is a lot of times. See it a lot with younger students, but we see it with older students too. And I've had this discussion with different people. If you're not going to seek attention in a positive way, you'll seek it in a negative way. If that's the core need you're trying to meet, we've talked about this a little bit in recent weeks, if that's the human need you're trying to meet is getting some attention, some sense of not really even a sense of belonging necessarily if we're making negative behaviors, but just that human connection, if that's what we're seeking, if we don't know how to do that in a positive way, we'll do it in a negative way. It's just the way it is. If we have a student in class who is falling asleep during class, maybe not doing their homework, not doing some of the things they should be doing to help their grade, we have to ask why. Maybe situation's not good at home. If there's an unstable situation at home, again, if we're not meeting those base physiological human needs and those safety needs, we're never going to get a lot academically. I always think of it in terms of being sick. If you were physically sick, if you had the flu, we wouldn't expect you to do really well on a math test or something like that. Your focus would be on trying to feel better. But if you're in some sort of trauma, some sort of mental trauma, emotional trauma, if some of your base human needs are not being met, it's sort of the same thing. We can't climb that ladder of whether it's Maslow's hierarchy of human needs. We can't move toward self-actualization if we're not meeting those base needs. That gets to more the root of the problem. Now, we can think about those things when we interact with other people. What are they really trying to get out of this? I think that really reframes things. We interact with people and go, okay, what human need are you trying to meet? What is the root of your behavior here? And that's not to presume that we can entirely know, but we can at least reframe things instead of just getting upset about a person's behavior or reacting to a person's outward behavior. We can start to look a little bit deeper. And it becomes very powerful. We can start to do that for ourselves. A lot of times, we're not sure exactly why we're behaving the way we are. We stay very surface level and just try to address the initial problems in our lives, try to get by day to day, and maybe we feel unhappy or we feel frustrated or something about a situation. We often don't take the time to go, why? Why do I feel the way that I do? Why do I behave in this way if it's seemingly counterproductive to what I actually want to accomplish? If it's not moving me closer to my goals or who I want to be, why do I do these things? There's probably a deeper reason. So we have to address the cause. If we can do that, we become exceptionally powerful in redirecting and reestablishing our behaviors. That's what I want you to think about this week. And we're going to kind of tie this together with next week. So I want you to identify a problem, an issue, a challenge in your life, something specific to you, not a large social issue, something in your life. It doesn't need to be earth-shattering, but something you genuinely would like to give some attention to. Something that you feel is a little off, a relationship you'd like to mend, a behavior that you would like to change for yourself. Pick something specific, but be honest about it, something for yourself. And I want you to start just thinking about what might be the root cause of that problem, that issue. And it doesn't mean that you have to be right even. Just start thinking about what might really be leading to this behavior, to this outward, surface level sort of projection of my inside feelings or turmoil, whatever. Till next time, much love.